came to Hull to run as part of the Hull Running Festival. I did the half marathon, which hasn't actually been held for a couple of years, but there is also a 10k. This goes through the heart of the city and it attracts just under 3,000 runners a year. It's normally held in early June. It starts and finishes on Alfred Gelder Street in the middle of town. It runs past some landmarks like the Deep and Hull Minster. It is a well organised race, and as you can see, crowds come out to support you as well as you finish. I did actually like the finishing straight a lot. It was quite nice when you're running it that you can see the finish line in the distance, so you know you haven't got far to go. But as I said, the race was well organised, and you kind of got very clear instructions at the start, and the marshals were excellent and very helpful. If you do intend to stay in Hull for a bit longer, you might want to visit some of the famous sites in town, like Hull Minster. It is the largest parish church in England by floor area, and the oldest parts of the church date from 1300 to 1320. Opposite Hull Minster is the Hands-On History Museum, which is the site of the old grammar school that was built in 1583. The museum's quarter has 3 different museums. The Hull and East Riding Museum. This has displays of archaeology and natural history, as well as exhibits from different periods of time, from the Bronze Age and the Iron Age, through the Romans, to medieval and early modern Hull. The Street Life Museum is a museum of transport. It has exhibits of things such as old cars, horse-drawn carriages, and other forms of local public transport. The third museum in the museum's quarter is dedicated to William Wilberforce, with exhibits about his life and about his work in fighting against Britain's role in the slave trade. One of the most well-known landmarks in Hull is the Deep. This is a public aquarium. In addition to being a good place to go if you like to see sea creatures, it is also an educational place with lots of exhibits with useful information. And it's also a marine conservation charity where research is done into the marine environment. Another place worth visiting in Hull is Hull Marina. It is an attractive place to walk around, and there are plenty of restaurants to go to in the area. I was glad that I took part in Hull Running Festival, and if you choose to do so too, I would recommend visiting the other things that Hull has to offer in terms of tourist sites before or after the run.